Hey everyone! Lately it feels like every time I turn around another store is closing its doors for good. We're not just talking about small businesses here, but major retailers that have been around for decades. This mass exodus of stores is more than just a sign of changing shopping habits. It's a canary in the coal mine for our economy. Stick with me as we delve into the stories of major retailers teetering on the brink of extinction and what their struggles mean for the future of retail. If you find this kind of deep dive interesting, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Macy's, a name synonymous with department store shopping, has been struggling to stay afloat in a sea of online competition. Macy's has shuttered dozens of stores across the country, leaving thousands of employees without jobs. E-commerce giants like Amazon have reshaped how we shop, and traditional stores are struggling to adapt. Remember Fry's Electronics, the go-to destination for tech? Once a thriving chain, Fry's closed its doors for good in 2021. Fry's demise is a reminder that even industry giants aren't immune to the forces reshaping retail. Stark & Field, a popular destination for home furnishings and decor, filed for bankruptcy in 2020 after struggling with declining sales and debt. Stark & Field's story highlights the fragility of retail and the need to adapt to changing consumer tastes and shopping habits. Stage Stores, a chain of department stores catering to smaller communities, closed all of its stores in 2020 after filing for bankruptcy. The company, in business for over a century, cited the COVID-19 pandemic as the final blow to its struggling business. Stage Store's closure left a void in many small towns and rural communities, where it was often the only option for shoppers. Francesca's, a women's clothing and accessories retailer, filed for bankruptcy in 2020 after years of declining sales and store closures. The company targeted young women with trendy, affordable offerings but struggled against fast fashion retailers and online competitors. Francesca's story highlights challenges for traditional mall-based retailers in the e-commerce era. Remember the days of browsing family video aisles searching for the perfect weekend movie? Those days are gone. The chain closed its stores in 2021. Streaming services like Netflix and Hulu ended the video rental era, a reminder of how technology disrupts industries, forcing adaptation or closure. Even Starbucks, the ubiquitous coffee giant, hasn't been immune to retail industry challenges. Recently, Starbucks has closed hundreds of stores nationwide as part of a restructuring effort. The company is expanding its digital presence and drive-through locations while closing underperforming stores. Starbucks' shift highlights the need for successful retailers to adapt to changing consumer behavior and new technologies. Godiva, the Belgian chocolatier, closed all its North American stores in 2021. Struggling with declining foot traffic, the company shifted focus to online sales and major retailer partnerships. This move highlights the trend of retailers prioritizing e-commerce over traditional stores. Christopher & Banks, a women's clothing retailer specializing in plus-size apparel, filed for bankruptcy in 2021 and closed all its stores. Struggling with declining sales and mounting debt, it couldn't compete with fast fashion and online competitors. Christopher & Banks' demise highlights the challenges facing specialty retailers today. Justice, a popular tween fashion retailer, closed all its stores in 2020 after its parent company, Ascena Retail Group, filed for bankruptcy. Known for trendy clothing and accessories for young girls, it struggled against online retailers and changing trends. Justice's closure left a void in the tween fashion market and highlighted the challenges facing retailers catering to younger demographics. Carter's, a leading children's apparel retailer, plans to close hundreds of stores. This is part of a broader restructuring effort. Facing declining sales and competition, the company is expanding online and wholesale channels. Carter's challenges highlight pressures on established retailers in the evolving children's apparel market. American Eagle Outfitters, a once dominant force in the teen retail market, has struggled to maintain relevance in recent years. The company has been closing stores and reporting declining sales due to competition from fast fashion retailers and online stores. American Eagle's struggles highlight the fickle teen market and the need to stay ahead of fashion trends. Banana Republic, the upscale sibling of Gap and Old Navy, has been scaling back its brick-and-mortar presence to focus on online sales. Struggling with declining foot traffic, the company has been closing stores and investing in its digital platform. This shift highlights the growing importance of e-commerce in luxury retail. Banana Republic is betting on a digital-first approach to stay relevant. Fossil, a leading watch and accessories retailer, struggles to stay afloat in a market dominated by smartwatches and online competitors. The company has been closing stores and reporting declining sales, adapting to changing consumer preferences. Fossil's struggles highlight the challenges facing traditional watchmakers. The shift towards smartwatches has been particularly challenging. Express, a fashion retailer targeting young men and women, has been struggling to stay afloat in a crowded market. The company has been closing stores, reporting declining sales, and exploring strategic alternatives to address its financial challenges. Express's struggles highlight the difficulties facing mid-priced fashion retailers today. Innovation and adaptation are more critical than ever. PaperSource, a specialty retailer of paper goods, stationery, and gifts, filed for bankruptcy in 2021 and closed many stores. Struggling with declining foot traffic and sales, it couldn't compete with online retailers and digital communications rise. PaperSource's story shows the challenges for specialty retailers today. Even Goodwill, the nonprofit known for its thrift stores, hasn't been immune to retail challenges. Goodwill has closed stores and laid off employees due to declining donations, online competition, and rising costs. Goodwill's struggles highlight the retail apocalypse's impact on both for-profit and nonprofit organizations. Michaels, the arts and crafts retail giant, has been struggling to maintain its footing in a market driven by online competitors and changing consumer habits. The company has been closing stores and reporting declining sales while investing in its digital platform to adapt to the evolving retail landscape. Michaels's challenges highlight the need for retailers to innovate and adapt to remain competitive. Bloomingdale's, the upscale department store chain, has been scaling back its brick-and-mortar presence in recent years as it grapples with declining foot traffic and sales. Bloomingdale's struggles highlight the challenges facing traditional department stores in the age of e-commerce and changing consumer habits. Guitar Center, the largest musical instrument retailer in the U.S., filed for bankruptcy in 2020 and emerged in 2021. Guitar Center's struggles highlight the challenges facing specialty retailers in a rapidly evolving market. Stein Mart, a discount department store chain, filed for bankruptcy in 2020 and closed all of its stores. Stein Mart's demise is a stark reminder of the challenges facing traditional discount retailers in a market increasingly dominated by off-price competitors. Century 21, a beloved New York City department store known for its discounted designer merchandise, filed for bankruptcy in 2020 and closed all its stores. Century 21's closure marked the end of an era for New York City shoppers and highlighted the pandemic's devastating impact on retail. Designer Brands, the parent company of DSW and the Shoe Company, has struggled with declining demand and store closures in recent years. These challenges highlight pressures facing even the largest footwear retailers in a rapidly changing industry. Nordstrom, the upscale department store chain, has been grappling with declining sales, store closures, and a challenging retail environment in recent years. Nordstrom's struggles underscore the pressures facing even the most established luxury retailers in a rapidly changing market landscape. Even grocery giant Kroger faces challenges in the retail industry. The company invests in its digital platform, expands private label offerings, and explores new store formats to stay competitive. The retail landscape is littered with remnants of once mighty chains that failed to adapt to changing times. The rise of e-commerce, changing consumer habits, and an unforgiving economic landscape are common threads in these stories. From department stores to specialty retailers, the message is clear: adapt or face extinction. The decline of these retailers isn't just a business story, it's a human story. Thousands have lost their jobs, communities are left with empty storefronts, and the ripple effects spread throughout the economy. Thanks for watching.